Here with 2022 Oregon offensive line commit Michael Wooten out of Sierra Canyon in Chatsworth, California. Michael, came out to see you at practice. You guys are getting ready for the season. How did you feel out there, and kind of what's going on with you football-wise right now?
I felt great. We having great days every single day, trying to get better. So, just continue to get better every single day. Just elevate.
Yeah, trying to go out with a bang on that senior season.
For sure.
Before we kind of get into what's going on now, I want to talk a little bit about your kind of upbringing and your football career. I feel like people always want to hear about Michael Wooten the athlete, but I want to learn a little bit more about Michael Wooten the person. So just tell me a little bit about what your childhood kind of was like, and how you first got into football.
I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I started playing around 6th, 7th grade. So it's growing up in Pittsburgh, it's not really, a lot of kids don't really get the opportunity to really showcase their abilities and be in this opportunity. So I'm just blessed to be here right now.
Okay, yeah, you were saying that Pittsburgh, maybe sounds like not as much exposure. Let's stay there for a second. How do the football scenes compare? From there where you were born to out here in Southern California.
It's really just not a lot of opportunities for kids to really showcase what they got going on, and having that drive to really put together what they got going. So I just feel like being out here, it differentiates a lot of distractions and everything that you can get into. So it's a whole different atmosphere when you're in California. It's a lot of opportunities.
Okay, yeah, tons of opportunities. I've personally never been to Pittsburgh, but kind of just take me over there. What was it like kind of growing up there, and how did football kind of come about for you? You said 7th grade is when you started.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. It's rough. It's rough. Like, you think about it, like the slums. It's just a slum. So I'm really just blessed to be in this opportunity for real. So definitely.
Okay. So we started in Pittsburgh, and then before we hit record here, you were telling me how you played your freshman year at Norcross. That's out in Georgia.
Yes, sir.
I feel like people so often they associate the gold standard of football, whether it be high school or college, with the South. So what was the football scene like there? What were some of the takeaways from your time there?
I didn't really play much in my 9th grade year, but Georgia, they have a great program. They all have great facilities, great programs going on. Their coaching staff is great, but they have good programs in Georgia for sure.
Okay, and then let's talk about your family a little bit. Do you have any siblings? What's your kind of support system looking like out here at Sierra Canyon?
So right now I'm living with my brother-in-law, my sister, and my niece. But my dad and mom still in Pittsburgh, so that's a bigger reason why I came to live with them, so I can try to help them get out of there for real. So it's been good.
Yeah, you talk about opportunity. You're committed to Oregon. One of the biggest football programs in the country. What does that kind of mean to you to have that opportunity? To help your family out and like you could potentially get them a car or get them a new house. All sorts of possibilities. What does that mean for you?
It's mind blowing. Like, it's really mind blowing. Like, coming from nothing to something, it's really mind blowing. So, I just gotta keep going, keep grinding every single day, keep getting better, 1% better every single day. So, and hopefully I'll get them out of there for sure.
Awesome. And when we're looking at Sierra Canyon, you're heading into your senior year. I was learning up a little bit about the program that you guys have here. Definitely a power for sure. What's it been like for you playing at Sierra Canyon, and how do you think you've grown as a player?
Over these past couple years, I think I've grown as a player extremely. Like, these players that come in here, we work every single day. You're gonna go against somebody that's like better than you, of course. Like, especially when you're first coming in, you might not be that good, but over time you start developing and start being able to put in work with them. So they'll get you where you got to go for sure.
Definitely playing with a lot of great talent out here, whether that be lining up next to you or across from you on the other side of the line of scrimmage. I know when you visited Oregon, you went out there with your teammate Kenji, who's going to Stanford. What's it like? You guys are two of the biggest bodies out here. When I came to practice, what's it been like kind of playing with him?
It's been great. My guy Kenji, he's a good player, so I was looking forward to playing with him during the season, getting his body back together, getting him back in shape. So it's getting good. It's going good.
All right. And then, last high school question here before we talk about Oregon and kind of your recruitment. But, what are you kind of hoping for as far as your senior year? What would be an ideal year for you?
I say state. I don't do state. All-American, I'll be looking for that. I'll be looking forward to that for sure. That's a big goal of mine also.
Yeah. So the path to state is obviously a tough one, especially coming out of Southern California. What does the season kind of look like for you as far as some of the big schools that you guys are playing out here?
Yeah, we have a great schedule. We're going to get tested for sure, but we just got to come out and dominate every single rep, and not look what their name is. Just blow past them. Like, just do what we got to do, get the dub.
Gotcha. Yeah, hoping for another big year. Hopefully some
Most
big
definitely.
wins.
Most definitely.
Now let's talk about the Ducks, Michael. So that's kind of what everyone's talking about. They're favorites to win the Pac-12. I was just at Media Day today, in that poll, and they're just kicking some tail on the recruiting trail. For you as a recruit, you may not be the most highly touted as some of these other guys that Oregon has had in the past. What was the recruitment process like for you to have a school like Oregon enter the picture?
I was extremely blessed with it. From the day they started recruiting me, they never let up. They sent a text, they called, they hit me every single day, like just to make sure I was doing well. So I feel like that was a big part of me going there, big opportunity.
I hear about the relentless effort that Cristobal and his staff kind of come at the recruits with. Is that kind of overwhelming for you? How do you react to that when you're seeing all this attention, all this love you're getting from the staff? They kind of sound like they're all over you.
No, I don't feel like it's overwhelming. Like that's kind of what I wanted coming into it. So as long I wanted a school that wanted me. So that them doing that, it was a bonus. It was definitely a plus.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like some people react to the recruiting process a little differently. Some people love the spotlight. Some people are a little bit more close to the vest. You said you wanted to go to a school that wanted you, and I know that relationships are such a big part of the recruiting process. Coach Mirabal, let's talk about him for a little bit. I got to see you guys together on your visit when you sent me some of those pictures.
Yep.
He might very well be a full foot shorter than you, but he is just such a fascinating football mind. Tell me about Coach Mirabal and what you like about him.
Coach Mirabal, he's a great guy. He's a laid-back guy, but I know I could just tell, like, if I'm on the field with him, he'll get under you for sure. But just having him by my side, I know I could do something great.
And you had some other big Pac-12 schools coming after you. It sounds like the coaching staff was a big reason why you committed. How do you kind of evaluate the Oregon coaches versus what you wanted out of a coaching staff when you were looking for that right place?
Really just them they separated themselves. I felt the separation. I'm a big energy guy, and they came at me with a different energy, and I could tell. Okay,
big energy. I always hear that about the coaches, how you can hear them yelling when you get out of the elevator at the football facilities, and they're always giving you all that attention and really bringing the Oregon experience to life.
For sure. I like that. It was a great experience being there. I couldn't even believe what I was seeing like when I first got there, but it was a great experience.
Yeah, let's stay there for a sec. I personally haven't been in the football facilities. Recruits are obviously, you're going to be playing there the next 3 to 4 years. Just describe the facilities for me. You see all that Nike influence. Some of the greats that have played in Eugene. What are the facilities really like?
Mind-blowing. They're mind-blowing, but no, they have great facilities. Even their education facilities, they're great. Their football facilities, but I just feel like they have a lot of high-tech stuff, but in order to get your body right, so it was great seeing it.
Yeah, I've seen some of the pictures of the sleeping pods. Those look really cool. The weight room looks like it's next level.
Yeah.
Just a couple more for you. I think one of the interesting things when you're looking at class of 2022 guys, you did most of your recruiting process virtually, right? Because this pandemic kind of came out of nowhere, and then so you have that. We're trying to come out of the pandemic, and then you also have name, image, and likeness come into the conversation. And Oregon's got Nike, one of the biggest brands. How did that kind of factor in for you? You know, did you have that discussion with your family? Like, how is name, image, and likeness gonna affect it for you?
At the moment, I really didn't know about name, image, and likeness, and then until we went up there. But they really broke down and explained what was what with it. So I feel like it'll definitely benefit me going into it. So.
Okay. And then let's see. So yeah, I was saying earlier how we kind of wanted to get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, I looked at your tape and you're mauling people at left tackle and you're just absolutely blowing guys up.
Yeah.
But what do you like? What do you like off the field? You know, what do you like to do in your free time? You know, who is Michael Wooten?
Michael Wooten is a creative. I like to meditate. It really gets my mind like relaxed, calm. I can think better, you know, and just be present. You know, that's what's the most important thing is being present. Because if you're in the future, how you really gonna focus on one thing? You know, I like to listen to music. Music is really like therapy to me. I like to cut hair. You know, I self-taught cutting hair, so it was good. I take walks, nature guy. You know, so.
Lots of cool stuff to get into there. Okay, so just off the top, who are some of the artists that we like right now? Who are you bumping?
I say Young Thug, G Herbo, Lil Durk, Gunna, Lil Keed. Let me see. Young Nudie. I had to think about the others, but it's definitely a lot. It's definitely a lot of them. It's a good artist out right now.
All right, I got some names to throw in the
Yeah,
shuffle.
it's a lot of good artists right now, for sure.
You talked about meditating. I feel like, you know, that's something that, you know, is taken for granted, especially with everything that we've kind of gone through in this past year. Well, you know, as a high-profile athlete, you know, how is mental health in the picture for you? You know, what role does that play? You know, you talk about trying to be present.
It's very important. Like, your mind controls your body. Like, it's very important. So, like, if your mind's telling you can't do it, then your whole body's just gonna shut down. But if your mind's telling you can do it, everything follows. You know. So I just feel like that's an important aspect of it.
Got to get the mind and the body on the same
For
page.
sure.
Well, what I want to end it with here, Michael, you know, you're committed to Oregon. You have, you know, the recruiting process, you know, wrapped up before your senior year. What are you most excited about for kind of what's next for you, whether that be in high school football or when you get up to Eugene?
Really just this upcoming season. That's what really I'm focused on right now this season. Getting better every single day, get ready for these teams coming out. Because I know it's going to be a dogfight for sure every single game. They're not going to let us have nothing easy. So just getting ready for these games, coming prepared, and just putting our heads down and do what we got to do.
All right. Appreciate the time, Mike.
Appreciate you. Yes, sir.